Welcome to your community. This is your hometown. This is Walton Entertainment. This is where you can hear from the community and those making a difference. We explore topics, local festivals, arts and entertainment, and local news. For this program and much more, visit us online at yourlocalstream.com. That's yourlocalstream.com.
Looks like we've got quite a few people gathering for the big pep rally down near downtown Monroe. Well, in the far distance, you can see the band starting off the parade. You can see there are a lot of people lined up here for the parade and then the pep rally afterwards. And this is the end of the parade.
But here we go. It's time.
I remember.
The Monroe Area High School football team led by your coach, Coach Kevin Reach. Let's give it up for Coach Reach and the Monroe Area High School football team. Let's go Canes! Listen, we had a big win last week against Loganville, 28-7, and we're going to be a big home win this week against Walnut Grove. We need everybody out there. I want to thank our mayor, John Howard, and thank our coaching staff and our administration. Listen, I've got about 100 names. We've got 85 players on our football team this year. And I'm going to have to call out about 100 people, so I need to go ahead and get this going, because it's hot out here. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce our 2021 high school football team. Let me get my glasses on. Number 1, JB Flood. Number 2, Big Man Anderson. Number 3, Zillion Hammond. Number 4, Russell Hunley. Number 5, Josiah Upshaw. He's a fan favorite. Number 6, Jakari Jones. Number 7, Little A. Allen Jones. Number 8, Braden Sorrow. Number 9, RJ Ivy. Number 10, Khalid Lattimore. Number 11, Blake Rathfield. Number 12, Amarian Stryker. Number 13, Salation 2, Strotter. Number 14, Ricky the Machine Robbins. Number 15, Truck Durham. Number 16, Dylan Hamby. Number 17, David Lillette. Number 18, Little Man Jeremy Anderson. Number 19, Brody Bell. Number 20, Darian Manuel the Flash. Number 21, who's not here today, Eli Ray. Number 23, Tyler O'Neill. Number 24, David Ferguson. Number 25, Jay Bird. Number 26, Simeon Hodge. Number 27, Slade Summer. Number 28, Hunter Brown. Number 29, Jalarion Crawford. Number 30, Jacob Herzog. Number 31, Charles Manga. Number 32, Jacob McKenzie. Number 34, Big Larry Crawford. Number 35, Grant Beasley. Number 36, DeMonte Johnson. Number 38, Bernard Manga. Number 40, Bryson Moses. Number 41, Dawson Eichhorn. Number 42, CJ Welborn. Number 45, Noah Peter. Number 50, Cameron Connor. Number 51, Brennan Spratlin. Number 52, Max Thurston. Number 53, Cameron Witcher. Number 54, Tyler Wilhite. Number 55, Luke Skelton. Number 56, Walker Sawyer. Number 57, Isaiah Delaney. Number 58, Jalen Sim. Number 59, Joey Crawford. All right, let me see where I'm at here. All right, we got 60, Tyler Manuel. Number 62, Cortez Soul. Number 65, Trey Starks. Number 67, David Cox. Number 68, Justin White Blanco. Number 69, Quavo Wortham. Number 71, Markavian Fat DeVoe. Number 74, Big Jacob Shelton. Number 75, Russell Newman. Number 76, Ethan Hammett. Number 77, Raymond Abuche. Number 80, Jatavius Bird. Number 81, Damon Owens. Number 88, Isaiah Roberts. Number 90, Ricky Valdebanos. Number 93, Brandon Green. Our coaches, Larry Massey, offensive coordinator, Jason Cotter, Brandon Myhan, Scott Hill, Brandon Priest, Wade Woodall, Johnny Carter, Michael Young, Kyle Hamby, Eric Thurston, Dennis Toney, Sasser Connor, Alan Freeman, Kurt Brown. Our managers, Brooke Reach, Havana Harris, Lexi Richardson, Bebe Strozier, and our ball boy, Bailey Reach. All right, our JV, Rick, Quintarius Sims, Austin Lord, Garrett Poe, Antonio Mitchell, Amani England, Shaheem Ham, Ricky, Calvin Yang, Darius Bonner, Joel Hitson, Jacob Roberts, William Cartrett, Cohen Hillen, Caleb Robinson, Nathan Morris, Bryce Spain, Lane Barfield, and Jemias Brooks. Let's give it up for one. Listen, we need everybody to come out to the game. Tomorrow night we are at home. We got Walnut Grove, and we will become county champions and bring it back this week. Thanks for coming out.
Woo! This show is getting hot in Walton County. If that's you right now, you may need to come to our splash park. In between Georgia, we've got water that's flying everywhere. It's going down and getting recirculated and coming back. And even if you're not in the water and you're bringing a child that's wanting to run around, sometimes if you just get downwind, you'll get some of the mist on you. So it's a great place to go. Let your kids have fun, cool off, and it's very, very affordable. We're doing it for $3 per kid, You can come out. We've got some folks that are there supervising. As long as you're 16 and up, you can bring a child and supervise them. It's a great place to have some good entertainment during the day. We're open from 4 to 6 most nights when school is in. We're open from 10 to 6 when school is out for the entire summer. The only day we're closed is on Monday. On Saturdays 10 to 6, on Sundays 1 to 5. So I hope to see you at the Splash Park, and remember, it's a great place to get out of the heat.
Monroe Country Day School's mission is to inspire every student to have a passion for academic and personal excellence through creative learning, independent thinking, and selfless service to others. Students are exposed to the local community and provided opportunities for independent thinking.
What will you do with all the dirt?
Some of the dirt you see has been hauled over here because they're going to have to build the finished floor, the elevation of the building, so that it's got to have the right kind of soil that will compact and tighten up for the footings of the building.
Monroe Country Day School values the whole child. Therefore, we believe in a holistic and integrated approach that involves the development of the student academically, personally, and socially. Monroe Country Day School believes that creative learning produces independent thinking and fosters a love of learning. Excellence is applied to all that we do. We strive to foster students that are pursuing strong academic and personal excellence. Project-based education is integrated into our curriculum.
When we go back in the classroom, we need the combined weight of you guys because we've got to figure our bridge, our mass bridge weight ratio, okay? You got to figure out how much weight it was that finally broke your bridge, okay?
We need a scale for that.
And then on Monday, we're going to redesign. We figured out where some of our flaws are. We're going to spend another week redesigning, all right?
Monroe Country Day School offers personalized education that begins with the personal knowledge of each student academically and each student's personal story. We believe that taking personal responsibilities for one's academic and personal choices produces strong, independent, capable, and confident citizens. Students are taught responsibility for self, peers, and community. Through service to one's peers and community, an equipped leader finds personal growth and fulfillment. We facilitate this leadership through providing experiences of service. Respect is the basis for good dialogue, independent thinking, and mutual enjoyment of life lived in community. Monroe Country Day School is designed for families who see the value of educating the whole child. Monroe Country Day School will reach its mission by maintaining small class sizes, offering project-based learning and a high-level curriculum, and by providing service opportunities in an aesthetically pleasing environment. Monroe Country Day School has positioned itself to produce a community of young people who are strong in mind and character and living as contributing members in their community. For more information, please contact Mandy Wellington, Admissions Director, at 770-267-8955.
Hey, my name's John Howard. I think most of you know me. I'm the mayor here in Monroe. Came to 601 South Madison.
Sweet F!
To see Team Up Mentoring's new digs in this place is awesome. Everybody probably knows Anna. She's one of the best things to ever happen to Monroe. I mean, this lady's taken her dream, and then she built a staff of just an outstanding group of folks to help our future generations just make our part of the world a better place. And I want to turn it over to her before she cuts. She wants to say.
Thank you guys so much for being here and being a part of restoring kids and families and making a great Monroe.
Awesome. So should we count it off?
Let's count it off.
3, 2, 1.
We have been waiting for this moment since January, and really since 2005. So we're really, really excited that you're here with us tonight. And the person that I give you, at least, a good bit of the vision of this space, but definitely for Team Up in our community, is Anna Blunt. So she's gonna come on up. She's our executive director and our founder. Give her a round of applause, guys.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here tonight and to help us celebrate this amazing space that God's entrusted to us to help young people and to be their mentors and to get to know and become family with them. That's our mission. And so there are going to be over 100 people that will be in this space starting September the 7th. To get mentoring and have support groups and classes for caregivers and all sorts of things going on. We have an amazing staff and amazing volunteers that help make that happen. We started in 2006 as a very small nonprofit working with 11 kids with just a handful of mentors and using space borrowed from the Walton County Senior Center. And since then we have, borrowed space and been so grateful for the community loving on us and different businesses and churches allowing us to use their space to do this work. And so this dream has been over 15 years in the making of having our own space that we can call home. And a place where kids can come and teens can come and their caregivers can come and know it's theirs and see their pictures on the walls and their fingerprints on everything about this place. So this, it's just a dream come true for us, and we're so thankful that you're here to share that with us and to help us celebrate. We do have lots of information because we're still looking for volunteers this fall to work with young people. So if you're interested in that, you can see Miss Ade Bailey in the back. She's our Family Life Director. Or you can talk to another one of our staff or our board members. But thank you so much.
We would be remiss if we did not thank the many volunteers and sponsors and humans who showed up to help us get into this space. That's a little girl clap, but let's do it with her. Yes. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. And I think this video sums it up. Andy's gonna pull it up. And actually, Andy, he has 210 Solutions. He has outfitted this entire space, him and his crew, for us to have AV. So we are so thankful for him and his company for making that happen too. So again, we say thank you guys so much for that. We have some incredible room sponsors. We will tell you, we prayed. We had a very specific prayer that we needed a certain amount of money to be able to get into the door. Me and Anna came. Oh, how me get the tears. Me and Anna came and we stood right back there. Bethlehem Church came in and gave us that amount. They said, we believe in you, and they did it. So that's why this auditorium, we went ahead and did that. We said we want to dedicate back to Bethlehem Church and their belief in us. So thank you so much for that. We have incredible room sponsors who have also often been longtime friends of us and have believed in us for many years. That includes Abundance and Chris Stallings and his whole group and family over at Abundance. They sponsored our lobby in there, so all the beautifulness that is our lobby, that is thanks to them. And then down our elementary wing, we have some really beautiful rooms that have been sponsored. Well, first our kitchen, which was sponsored by Our Family Health. John Hill is on our board of directors. He's our chair and has believed in us in many years, and Our Family Health has taken over the kitchen. We had an anonymous donor who took care of our playground. Our pre-K room is dedicated in memory of Wayne Hammond by his family. We love that we can honor his memory in that way. They may be a new business to Monroe, but I think everybody loves them, especially me. Cultivate Spa is now, Renata is now a board member. I saw Renata. She's now a board member of us, but they also decided to invest in us, and we are so thankful for that investment and to have you on our board as well. And then our therapy room over in the teen space is also has been donated or sponsored by Church of the Grove, who've been long time friends and supporters of Team Up. And we thank them for those many years, and then also for continuing that kind of support for us to do incredible things like this. I say all that, and there's still the opportunity for you to be in that group of amazing humans and businesses. We have sponsorship opportunities very specifically down in our teen space. It's an incredible space, and we'd love to have some sponsorships for that. And then if you go down our our elementary wing, all the rooms on your left, and the last one down on your right, the 3rd through 5th grade boys room, those are all available for sponsorship. So definitely consider that if you'd like to, and you can find out more information back there, or you can go to our website, teamupmentoring.org. It's the This Is Team Up page. And then we're really excited because this space right here, we've got it all gussied up. We're so excited that it's finally done. Katie, thank you. And thank you to all of the humans who have helped us do that. But this space is now available for rentals. So we were borrowing and not stealing spaces, but we want to be able to offer that to other people in the community. So we are, this is a space that's great for weddings, we have birthday parties coming up, baby showers. We're almost booked for October, which is nuts, but we still have lots of availability. We just opened up like last week. We have lots of availability for the rest of the year and going into the future. So spread the word that Team Up is a great place to rent and host your events at. And also, if you are a nonprofit or with a education group, then we offer a 50% off discount, and we'll work with you because we want to make this space available for groups just like ours.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm the mayor, and I'm really excited to be here. We're at a point in our history, which is 200 years. We celebrate our bicentennial on November 30th. So we're at that point in our history that we have never ever had so much going on through public investment, private investment, and public-private investment. This particular moment, downtown, we were number one downtown in the state a couple of years ago per DCA. We last year were awarded a Georgia Exception on Main Street. Sadie Krosick and Leanne Aldridge are at the Georgia Downtowns meeting today, actually, in Brasstown Bald. They were awarded last night. We were given 2 awards last night. One was for a facade grant that redid or helped to redo the new John Supermarket. And then our Monroe Walton Center for the Arts, Hope Reese, who's just wonderful. They won an award for, I'm going to say the Public-Private Downtown Award. The arts is a cornerstone of a successful society. And if you look at our arts program, they have classes that are full almost all day, every week. They have their Saturday soirees. They're really, really talented artists and talented shows. And at the same time, we have on stage that Mark Hammis is an outstanding director, and all those shows remain full. I mean, as full as they could after they shut down for the unwelcome virus last year. Their shows are back in action. So our arts in town are just outstanding. You look on the development side, most of you saw or felt Madison Avenue last year was, we totally redid the sewer with a CDBG grant. We have finally repaved it all the way to Broad Street. Let me take that back, from Broad all the way to Church. And then the second part of it on North Madison will be, we're doing some stormwater projects there, and we'll do some repaving when time permits, and I think that might be a year away. We have moved out our new jail, we've moved out our former jail, the jail which is just down the street next to Butcher Block, and we've redeveloped what we now call Blaine Station and have put the new police station there. It's about twice as large, and we'll have a whole redevelopment plan for the entire development put in front of council in October. So it's going to be real exciting. We'll have it'll be multi-use, mixed use living arrangements, and then some, of course, new businesses that are really making our town go. We have new restaurants who are interested out there. We're revitalizing that whole area. So what we've done, when we started the redevelopment under Greg Thompson, we decided to start with the town center and move outward. We've done very successful job in town, and now we've moved over to Blaine Station, so that will carry on. You can look at the downtown businesses of the last 3 years. We've had Southern Brewing, who has taken over the old livery stables. That project was done by Rick and Krista. Everybody knows Krista Carroll, Rick Husag. They practice what they preach. They are historical preservationists, and they took that old building, or those old buildings, and have made them into the Wayfarer Music Hall, the Wayfarer Hotel, the Entertainment Center, and I think it's just called the Wayfarer Entertainment Center, and then Southern Brewing. They've also purchased a piece of the old Monroe Elementary, which is right next to the new Grace Church, and they'll be redoing that. I believe it's the old library over there. So we're excited with what's happening in that area. We also have the long-awaited truck route is on schedule. I got another note yesterday from DOT saying they're in land acquisition phase. They've closed on, I believe, 6 properties. They have their negotiations for some others, but that is expected to begin in July of next year. At least the money drops in July. So I'm hoping the actual construction will begin July 1st. And from the note yesterday that I received from DOT, that's very likely. right now we have a Loganville water line that, frankly, it could be connected today. We'll be selling them 1 million gallons a day at first, so that brings money back to the city to allow for more projects to allow us to better serve our families. The people who live here, families, individuals, and we just have a great population, and it's in a really good time because not only do we have these projects happening, not only do we have new businesses on the way, we also have Shane Short with our development authority has done an outstanding job with, he brought Facebook, $42 billion. He's also worked with the changes from Baxter to Baxalta to Shire Pharmaceutical to Takeda, which is what it is now. They're hiring folks left and right. We have Leggett and Platt. Tom Kirby will tell you that he hires folks to retire folks, and that is a long-term investment. So as Young Game Changers came through, one of their goals was to help Monroe become a cradle to the grave community. We want people to be born here at Piedmont Hospital. We want them to be educated here. We want them to get jobs here. We want them to be able to retire here, which is back where the arts, our strong arts system comes in, and then end of life care. So the Dalleys have I forgot the names of their retirement centers, but assisted living areas, and then of course you have the Meadows Funeral Home in town, and Tim Stewart also here. So we have a lot of things happening in the way of Young Game Changers. Bless you. And this morning I've been at our pump station, which is why I have sand and dirt all over my shoes, but we're at the intake station where the water comes out of the Alcovy and fills the reservoir when needed. We are hosting the Boys and Girls Club Duck Derby event on next Saturday. Tickets are $10 a piece, I think. Maybe it's $20. Let's 6 for $100. Let's do that. And you can get those through the Walton County Boys and Girls Club. We'll be dumping 3,500 ducks into the river, and they race, and I think the winner gets, let's say, a monetary reward. But what that also does is by purchasing $100, $100 purchase pays for 2 kids to attend summer camp at the Boys and Girls Club, which is, just an outstanding partner in our community as well. So we have an election coming up in November. As of yesterday, David Dickinson has qualified. Tyler Gregory has qualified. I think Ross Bradley qualified this morning. Those are all running for council positions for their second terms. And I qualified yesterday to run my second term as mayor. And we have so much positive happenings and events. We really want to keep this nucleus together because of all the positive things that are just going on in our community. And it's a time in Monroe, if you look at right now, August 19th, over the next 4.5 months, we have another concert. We have our Fall Fest. We celebrate our bicentennial. We have Light Up the Night. We have Christmas Parade. And Thursday nights from Light Up the Night, which is the first part of November, Thursday nights through the end of the year, we have all of our businesses downtown stay open. And if you've ever come to Monroe on a Thursday night, it's really like stepping into a Norman Rockwell painting. In that same vein, our farmers markets are open every Saturday through the end of September, I believe, and it may be the first week in October. But again, the American flags are flying, the white tents are out, we have music playing, and just a Saturday in Monroe, you don't want to be in another place. When we have events or birthday parties or gatherings, and it ends up conflicting with my Saturdays in Monroe. We have some issues at the Howard House, but we just have a really good thing going, and I am so honored to tell you just bits and pieces of what's happening. Paul, is there anything that I might be missing?
No, I think you've covered. There's quite a bit coming up until December. So, do you think COVID will hurt any of this?
COVID, we all look at things differently. You know, Monroe is a very conservative town, and in the way we handled the virus was a little bit different than a lot of larger cities. Part of it is because of density, and you look at Atlanta, you look at New York. They're doing what's best for their communities, whether that is a mask mandate or required vaccinations or total shutdown of schools. We've chosen to not go that route, and the reason we did is frankly because I believe in the people who live here. I believe in individual and personal responsibility, and I'll take care of myself, and I love my neighbors and friends enough to take care of them too. So we will practice our social distancing, and I got vaccinated. I think I'm one of the 34% in the county who's totally vaccinated. To me, it makes sense, and for some, it may not. And I'll just encourage folks to either get vaccinated, wear your mask, practice social distancing, which is really the best way, in my opinion, and always stay sanitized. Our events, at our concerts, we practice social distancing. We have the field marked off, and it's not that it is required, social distancing, but we want to give you the opportunity. So if families gather together and hug each other and love each other and see friends and they're comfortable with that, well, I should be comfortable with that. We do have the hospitals that are full again because we are taking overflow from Gwinnett County, DeKalb County, Clark County, and in our ICU, while it may be full, is not overflowing. So we have the beds in the overflow areas. We don't have our ventilators full at the moment. Let's keep praying that doesn't happen. But we're working through it, and our events will go on as planned. This year we will run the Christmas parade again, run from north to south like we did 2 years ago, and then last year we did the stationary parade. So we'll adapt as necessary, but we will continue to give our homeowners and residents the options to celebrate outside with their friends. So our events this year have been very successful. We had 14,000 people at our car show, and I don't know how we came up with that number, but that's the number that I heard. And that's almost as many people as we have who live in the entire city, every man, woman, and child. So a lot of folks come from outside. Our concerts have been running anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 people. Our food trucks have been there. We have had the wine wagon there. Mookie Moose is there, which is great business. Emilio Kelly is fantastic. And I work out with his daughter, who's also just the best. So we've adapted to the way we've moved with COVID. And part of really what's made Monroe so successful, and it's a timing thing. I'm here at a very good time. Is that Piedmont Walton bought Clearview. Clearview was a failing hospital, and I don't mean that as an offense to any of the people who used to work there, but it had antiquated equipment. The facility was not maintained to the level at which it should. Piedmont came in and bought them, and they're now one of the top 10 hospitals in the state. Our public school system in Monroe is among the tops in the nation. This is the Walton County schools, and I call Gary Hobbs, who's the new headmaster at George Walton, our former school superintendent. I call him Steve Spurrier, which is always fun for a University of Georgia guy to be called Steve Spurrier. But I made I made the parallel. I said, look, the University of Florida had never won anything, and then when Coach Spurrier came, all of a sudden they got good. So he's the Steve Spurrier of Walton County, and then Nathan Franklin is the Urban Meyer, who came in and won more championships and has taken us to another level. And I'm sorry to all you Georgia fans that I came up with that analogy, but it really, really does work well. So top school system, top health care, in a great team at City Hall, led by Logan Probst. He's our city administrator. He is the boss. I'm the cheerleader, and if you don't see me out and about touting our city, then either I'm in the wrong spot or you are. But I'm downtown most of the time. I was at our MEAG conference last week, and that's another thing that we should be proud of. For those of you who don't know or don't think about it, when I grew up here, if we had a storm, the power would go out. They just lived 2 blocks from Paul, who's videoing this. The power would go out. And sometimes, especially in snowstorms or ice events, which we had a little more often then, the power would be out for hours, if not days. Now, it's a rarity that our power goes out. And when it does, there is a big reason, like a transformer blowing that happened at Spring Place last week. That was fixed in 2 hours. Or the car that was doing 80 down Church Street and ran into probably one of the most vital utility poles in town. But we're a MEAG city, so we're full service. We do water, light, gas, sewer, cable TV, which is a business we're getting out of. We're running fiber to the home, and as fiber to the home becomes more available, that project should be done over the next couple of years, and people start streaming, which is a cheaper, better option to our antiquated cable system, and the cable subscriptions fall below 1,000, then we will abandon cable. In the meantime, you are paying exactly what it costs the city. So you'll see that bill adjust probably every 6 months now. But I got another bill last week from the ABC suite of networks that's running an extra $8 a month per household who has it. So it's not that the city is charging more or making more, because the city's not making any money, unfortunately, which is another reason to get out of cable. It's something that has cost the city and her citizens for far too long. We back to the part of the MEAG network. We are about 70% carbon free, or non-carbon emitting, I believe is the exact phrase. Our power mix right now is about 14% coal. We're close to 50% natural gas. We have SEPA, which is Southeastern Power Administration, is our hydroelectric power. And then we have bought part of Plant Vogtle, which is our nuclear capability. And as Vogtle 3 and 4 comes online next year and the year after that, we will have sustainable power, 100% clean power that will last, for the next 60 to 80 years. So the MEAGs, the Georgia Power, Southern companies of the world, and of course Walton EMC, we've all bought into that power network. It's very good for Georgia. It is. It's a very enviable position that we find ourselves in, because Vogtle was the last nuclear plant that was approved in the United States. And were we to apply for another nuclear power plant in today's world, we have so many regulations. We would not be able to put a shovel into any dirt wherever they would choose to put it for 20 years. You're talking about a 20-year process that is regulations and lawsuits and vice versa and backwards and forwards, and then before we could finally put dirt in the ground. Whereas Japan built 5 nuclear power plants last year. So it's something that I really do think our federal government needs to take a look at, is having a federal power infrastructure summit. However they handle that, but we have to be able to move forward to provide power for our general population. And that's not just Georgia, that's coast to coast.
Creative artists can offer you a wide range of video production. Call the experts and discuss your project today, whether it's your special event or your company. Creative Artist, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist produces this program you're watching. Call Creative Artist today, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist, they'll put you in the spotlight.
Let's read I'm Big Enough. It's by Amber Stewart and Lane Marlowe. Let's read. Bean was big enough. She was big enough to hop all the way around Stickleback Pond without stopping. She was big enough to go dandelion picking and to choose the juiciest ones for Mommy to cook. Bean was even big enough to swing the highest of all her friends, so high her giggles could be heard over and beyond Bluebell Wood. So high her tummy tumbled as she flew up. She was big enough to do all these things. But was Bean big enough to stop taking her blanket just about everywhere she went? No, said Bean. I love my blankie. Maybe you could try doing things without your blanket, said Mommy and Daddy gently. Yes, blankets are for babies, said Bean's big brother. No, they're not, said Bean. So Bean made a plan just in case her family decided to take her blanket away. She called it the Keep Blankie Forever plan. Early in the morning, Bean set out to hide her blanket in a special secret place. It wasn't on the edge of Stickleback Pond because the frogs might find it. It wasn't between the branches of Thunderstruck Tree because the birds might take it. It wasn't buried in the soft earth because the mice might want it. Bean was just wondering if she would ever find the right spot when she saw a hollow log hidden by overgrown bushes. Bean hid her blanket deep in the hollow log and hurried home. She was happy all day knowing that the blanket was safe. But when bedtime drew near, Bean wanted her blanket. She had never had a bedtime without cuddling her blanket, and she didn't want one now. So Bean set out to her secret hiding place to bring her blanket back home. The woods looked different in the early evening light. All the hollow logs seemed the same, and now Bean wasn't sure which one was her hiding place. Was her blanket in that hollow log? Or that one? Or that one? Oh no, cried Bean. My plan didn't work. I've lost Blanky. Poor Bean had no choice but to return home blanketless, and close to tears she saw Mommy. Bean, where did you go? Mommy asked. To look for Blanky, sniffed Bean, but I couldn't find it. Bean's family was very kind about the lost blanket disaster. Daddy read her 2 extra bedtime stories, and Mommy made her hot milk to help her sleep. And Bean's brother lent her his second favorite teddy bear. Bean didn't like her first bedtime without her blanket. She didn't much like her second or third either. But soon, looking for her blanket turned into looking for ladybugs and 4-leaf clovers and making the very best hideouts and going hollow log sledding until Bean had forgotten all about her blanket. One windy spring day, a long time later, Bean and her friends were chasing dandelion seeds in the sunny part of the woods when she saw the strangest thing. Bean looked at the tiny baby fox and knew now that her mommy was right. She really was much too big for her blanket. The end.